Step into a digital forest where the familiar blocks of Minecraft are softened by breathtaking atmospheric effects. A perfect moment where nature and technology blend to create something truly mesmerizing and calm. This isn't just a shader pack, it's a peaceful digital sanctuary. I'm Ricky Beard, and welcome to Vibrant Realism by 5 Frame Studios. I mean, look at this. It's absolutely gorgeous. The volumetric lighting, the God rays, arguably in my opinion the most defining feature is the use of the volumetric light here. Where light sources, particularly the sun, it feels physically present. Filtering through the dense foliage, you can see it's creating like soft shadows and a tangible sense of air and depth. I'm also noticing that light interacts dynamically with the environment here. You can see as it's washing out the sky to an almost blinding white pale blue. The distant backgrounds in every image are softened by a distinctive misty or foggy haze, an effect that's dramatically increasing the sense of scale and distance, making this birch forest turn into a gentle, painted backdrop, adding an undeniable element of mystery and serenity. And then there's the realistic water rendering. So whether that's viewed in a sun-drenched pool or a shadowy creek like the one in the introduction, you can see that the water here is rendered with stunning clarity. It's translucent, exhibiting perfect reflections, subtle surface ripples in varying shades of deep blue and aquamarine that really show off this beautiful blocky riverbed. Of course, there's the vivid textures, and you can see while they're retaining the core block structure, the textures themselves are greatly enhanced. The grass is dense and detailed, and the light-colored birch and sand blocks pop with a smooth, bright texture, creating strong visual contrast. Hello there and welcome once again. What's up there, Piggy? You want to be in the video? By all means. Oh, what was I saying? Oh yeah, as the piggy just trots around, see the animations. So once again, welcome into a early sneak peek look at a new shader pack coming soon called Vibrant Realism. This pack was offered to me by Nick, otherwise known as Mender, one of the owners at 5 Frame Studios. Reached out to me the other day, and this piggy just really wants to be photogenic today. Which is fine, you go ahead and you be photogenic. But Nick reached out on Discord and asked if I would like to do an early sneak peek look at their pack. Very proud of it. And I said, absolutely, send it over. What do I got to do? So Nick was kind enough to send it over, and right away he wants everyone to know that they can download the free version found in the description below, and that any feedback that they get from comments and creators, they will use to make the paid version coming soon the best version that they can put out. He also wanted me to mention that for some pack context, they see a lot of realism packs and they wanted theirs to have more of a realistic feel to it, but not too much to where it seems outside of the realm of Minecraft. So with that said, the lighting is hazy, kind of like you're in a forest or desert, and every single biome has its own, and look at the piggy. Just absolutely loves to be on camera today. But yeah, it says that every single biome has its own bespoke volumetric fog and lighting, and that what they're hearing is a lot of people really want the sun rays, you know, the thick fog like they see with some popular packs. And that was the goal here, but with their own twist. And get this, this pack was actually based on Super Duper Graphics. Now, don't get that confused. This is not meant to be Super Duper Graphics or the Super Duper Graphics we were promised back in 2017. This is just based on that. So I want to make sure that I clarify that so no one is confused and puts in the comments, this isn't Super Duper, it doesn't look anything like Super Duper. I understand that, and I don't think that's what they're going for here. They just use that as the template outline. It does come with full animations on most of the mobs. As you saw, the piggy was exhibiting that. And Nick said that his favorite animations are the death animations, so we're going to have to check those out. I believe that many of the mobs also have new particles, and they did put in full PBR on every single texture. That's all unique. So this pack has over 9,900 files in it, over 1 year in the making. Pretty impressive. And to put that in better perspective, each block, armor, or mob can reflect or have height maps, which is really, really cool. Now remember, this pack is awaiting feedback from myself and you included, so I will leave their Discord link in my description below, along with, once again, a link to the texture pack itself so you can check it out. But there is a known issue in this pack regarding the end portal where it does not render. Now that I understand is a Mojang bug outside of their control. Now, the very last thing I'm going to mention here is I was instructed by Nick to set the time to day because that's when the best rays come out within the pack. And Nick also mentioned that his favorite biomes are the jungle and the mesa, so we're going to need to check those out. I do need to go over some settings here that I forgot to mention early on. There is a slider that gives you 32 times and 16 times, and the 16 times is the default Minecraft textures, enhanced with vibrant realism PBR, lighting, shading, and water, optimized for smooth performance on most devices. As the 32 times side of the pack, which I'm using here in the video, has full HD realistic textures featuring advanced PBR materials, detailed surfaces, custom mob animations, and cinematic water and lighting and shading. With that out of the way, you can see I've added more simple structures and essentials because I absolutely love these two add-ons. If you don't have them, you probably should. So as I said a moment ago, I am currently in survival mode because I want to see how this pack plays. But before I go any further, I'm going to be a little bit harsh and critical of Minecraft currently because as it stands on the PC, this is not in good condition at all. The jittering and the frame rate that you're seeing that is just awful at this point is only affecting PC users. At least I think it's only affecting PC users. And it's incredibly infuriating because I have taken off this pack along with Prisma visuals, Luminos streams, dark fantasy visuals. I've taken it to vibrant visuals and it's just as jittery and the frames are dropping. I've taken vibrant visuals off, back to fancy graphics, and it's doing it. And what makes it even more ridiculous is that I've taken it all the way down to 5 chunks of render distance on fancy and it performs even worse. So I'm not sure what's going on right now at Mojang. I know that there was a hotfix that was put out this week. This isn't it. This is not it, and this is not acceptable. The other thing that makes it even more frustrating than what I've just said, is if I haven't said enough, is that I have played all of these shader packs joining my worlds from my Xbox Series X, and it's buttery smooth. That tells me they need to figure this out, and they need to figure this out soon, because my PC, though it's not the greatest PC out there, it is far superior to the Xbox Series X and the PS5, and it's playing like this. So I just wanted to make sure that I put that out there before I go any further into this. This is not a paid promotion, and I probably should have said that early on, but if you're seeing the jittering and you're seeing the frame rate stutter, that is not 5 Frame Studios here. That is not any of the developers of the shaders that I've reviewed or done sneak peeks on. That is 100% on Mojang, and they need to sort this out sooner than later, because I'm seeing lots of criticisms, not just from other creators, but I'm seeing it in forums, and it is a widespread epidemic. Maybe they can finally figure out whatever it is that they've broken here, because currently Minecraft is, in a lot of ways, for a lot of people, not playable. So with that rant out of the way, I guess it's time that I should probably start getting myself some wood, and let's just see how this pack plays out. As you can see, there is quite a bit of detail here. I mean, I know it's not the highest resolution on the textures. It's not like 64 or 128, but it looks pretty good. I will say I'm going to be a little critical at times, and though there is some high detail in the grass, and I spoke about that in the introduction, but I don't think I'm a fan. I mean, it looks better when it's in a dense forest like this, but if you flatten land, because I've looked at this on one of my long-term survivals where I have a bit of flat land, it's a bit daunting. It's kind of jarring, I think, but maybe it's just me. Currently, I'm just not a fan of it. Now, I have seen a few textures in here that I really, really like, particularly the brick textures, as you saw in the introduction as well. There's a shot of the oak planks, and you know what I should have done? And I could always go back, put myself in creative mode, so we can, and check out the height maps on the crafting table. That's pretty cool. I don't know if that's quite it. Not a fan of this stick texture, but check this out. The wood tools, they're kind of interesting looking. Oh, is that a piggy right there? Sorry there, Mr. Piggy, but I'm also aware that, oh, don't look at me. I'm also aware that the death animations, according to Nick, are, yeah, I guess they are kind of comical, aren't they? So come here, Mr. Sheepy. I'm going to need the wool. Oh, that's a bug that I'm encountering. I don't know. And, you know, interestingly enough, I'm glad that this happened during the video because I talked about this with Nick. And I'm now finding out it wasn't just with the cameras that I was placing for my cinematic angles. I'm just getting thrown weirdly to the pause menu, which is interesting because he told me he was getting thrown to the pause menu. And I'm not sure if he was using anything like I'm using in terms of like a cinematic add-on. But yeah, the death animations are kind of comical. So we have a bit of food. We just need another sheep so we can get ourselves a bed. There's one there. And I think a wolf is taking care of that for me. So too bad we don't have a bone. we would tame you. But let's take a look at the textures on you. Well, I mean, it's interesting. I will say before I go any further, I mean, I don't dislike this by any means. I think it's really strong in a lot of ways. But I particularly prefer the 16 times pack, and I will put a bit of that in the video. And check out the height maps on the sand block here. That is really, really neat. And you can see it again there on the dirt block. Not bad at all. Oh, we got a cow here. Oh, there's some height maps. Good view of that on there. Sorry, Mr. Cow. The face is comical. I was hoping to get a bit of leather, and I did. So, wait a minute. Yeah, this is just... Minecraft is in a really, really bad state right now on the PC. It's just doing all kinds of weird stuff. And I did take a look at the preview this week to see if it was any better, and it's not. It's just not. So I don't know what's going on, and I don't mean to keep bringing that up, but I did notice that it's really sluggish in the menus in the base game currently. Over in the preview, it's nice and smooth. So there's that. I mean, they've managed to figure that out. What do we have here? Oh, well, there's a horse. And I mean, yeah, I don't know. I'm not a fan of the textures on that. But again, like I said, this is not a paid promotion. We have a village coming up here. The clouds are reflecting in the water. I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if it was a bug with Minecraft because, like I said, it's in such a poor state right now. But I do like that. I do like the reflections of the clouds in the water. That's a really nice touch. And is that a squid? This I like. That is really cool right there. Check that out. Awesome. I'm also noticing the water, or at least under the water as you're coming back to the surface, and that looks really good. The transition coming out of the water back to the surface is really well done. I do want to see what the villagers look like over here. How are you guys looking? Awfully wrinkly. You guys look ancient. There seems to be a lot going on with a squiggly pattern, I guess. So, I don't know. I don't know if I'm a fan of it. These guys look crinkly and old. How about the chicken? How do you look? Oh, that's, I don't mind the chicken, actually. The chicken looks pretty good. So, I do see a bit of stone and that haze. There's a good look at that haze right there. I'm afraid it's going to be jittery and framey. And it looks like it's even more framey in my recording software, which is disappointing. But I'm going to look at the kitties. I'm not going to be able to get close to them because they're skittish and I don't have any fish to try to tame them. The terracotta blocks look really good. I could get down with some of the textures that I'm seeing here, but I'm going to make my way over here and try to grab myself some stone. And is that some iron that I'm seeing? Because I don't know. I'm curious. Well, that's copper. I kind of want to know if there's any emissive side to the ores here. Emissive lighting. But we're going to need to get some stone to get that. So let's get started. Well, out of the gate, I kind of was a bit confused. This is not cobblestone. I'm not really sure which one is now. I think this might be andesite. Yep, that's the cobblestone right there. This, I believe, is stone. So having a bit of a difficulty distinguishing, you know, what's what here. So let's just place the andesite back down. I totally thought that this was stone, but this is stone. Got ourselves a stone pickaxe, so now we can get ourselves some copper. We're using the Essentials mod, so we're going to have the vein miner at our disposal. What's up, Piggy? Well, I've gotten myself into a full set of copper, and I like the reflections on the armor. The armor actually looks really good. I don't mind the copper sword. You can see the reflections on that as well. There's kind of a good shot of the pickaxe and the axe. Doesn't look that bad. And I got myself a shovel. So yeah, I just wanted to show the reflections on the armor as best I could. It's not too intense. In fact, it's just about right. I don't mind this at all. Yeah, I don't know if I'm a fan of the sticks here. And like I said, this is a free pack right now. You are more than welcome to give feedback to them on their Discord. Once again, that I will link in the description below. Letting them know what you think about the textures on the 32 times side of it. Let's see how you look. I do like the glowing eyes on him. He looks pretty neat. And the reflections. That's pretty cool. That's going to have a blast furnace. And I'm going to go in here and I'm going to take that off your hands if you don't mind whenever you choose to get away from it. So in the meantime, I'll put my crafting table down as he heads out the door. And where's the, that's the smoker. Okay, that's interesting. Sorry, buddy. I'm going to take your blast furnace. You know, I kind of don't mind it. Looks pretty good. Although we are really framey in the house here in the game, so... And what a sad state that Minecraft is in. I don't mean to keep bringing it up, but man. Let's wander around and see what else we can find as it starts to get to be nighttime. I kind of want to see what the sunset looks like. I don't think the nitwit, I don't think he cares. I mean, this is a bustling little village. The animations really do look good. I don't mean to keep repeating things a bunch in this. Well, there's that pause menu again. Can you imagine? I just tried to open a door. Captain Crinkly Face, I'm going to be taking all of these things and heading out of town. Well, actually, I'm not going to go too far. I want to go down into a cave. Or maybe we don't need to go into a cave. We can just kind of stay up a little bit. See about what the zombies and the creepers and the skeletons look like. I haven't seen those just yet. And I don't want the black wool. So inventory's kind of a mess right now. That's all right. What are you checking out with that monocle you got there? You checking me out? Or you checking out these visuals? You can already tell this is going to be gorgeous. Check out the water. The water ripples really stand out here. I did notice in my time messing with it that there seems to be a radius. It doesn't render out that far. I kind of would like to see it, and maybe it's a... maybe it's to help with performance, but... Oh, yeah. There we go. The sun is setting across the horizon. That water, at least to the point that it's rendered, looks so good. And so doesn't that sunset. Let's get rid of this. Minecraft can really, really be a beautiful game at times. However, it is officially night. Oh, look at the moonlight. That moon is awesome as well. Check it out bouncing off the water. I just love that. But yeah, it is nighttime and the baddies should start coming out. I can't get enough of the reflections. Oh, there's a creeper. Well, we don't want this guy blowing anything up. I mean, for a moment there, you know what's interesting is that I've only been in this world setting up the... Watch out. I'm going to use this little house here. You might want to get in here too. You got phantoms out there. I've only been in this world with the uh-oh. That's not what we wanted to have happen. You get out of here. All you want to do is just destroy everything. I was going to say, I find it interesting that we have phantoms out. I've only been in the world, like, the daytime. It's acting like I've been here for 3 days, so that's interesting how this is working. So they're gonna come after me any time now, and I don't really want to sleep to make it. Well, you know what? I probably could. Actually, let me do that. My apologies as we take a look at the sunrise. It's absolutely, absolutely breathtaking. But I'm having an issue, and I don't believe that this is 5 Frame Studios that's causing this at all. Look at the long shadows off the mobs. I can't help it. I got to stop and check these things out from time to time. But whatever's going on, the other bug in this game that Mojang needs to sort out is, trying to just do simple things like go to a door and open it. It keeps throwing me to the pause menu, and sometimes it's completely crashing my recording software, and it's starting to get quite annoying. So this is proving to be way more difficult to put together than I originally thought. But I do want to take it to another night cycle. I want to see what the zombies look like and the skeletons look like. Here's our first zombie coming up. Why don't you follow me into the light? The animations are pretty great. The t-shirt looks like it's all stretched out around his neck. I don't mind that at all. And they seem... I know that they're not moving any faster, but the animations really make them look like they're moving a bit quicker. Or maybe they are. I don't think that they are. Oh, that's pretty good. I enjoy the way the zombie dies. There's a couple more of these guys. They're a little caught up on the villager on the inside there. I'm noticing the eyes are turning red when you hit them. It's pretty good. It's a nice little touch right there. Yeah, the zombie models and the animations are decent for sure. And the spider, actually, the spider looks really, really cool. Don't mind that at all. I mean, sorry for those of you who have arachnophobia. Nighttime looks really good. That's really well done. Is this coal? I believe it is, and that is quite the drop right there. So I need to drop in and try to grab all of that up. It's almost white. And it could just be the way the shader looks currently, but yeah, we've got a zombie that knows we're here. This right here is part of the more simple structures add-on. We'll charge in here and give a little crit hit on that, and he's gone. So, yeah, the overworld mobs look pretty good. Not sure what the Enderman's going to look like, and I'm not... Wait a minute. No, that's copper. You see the reflections right there. The moon looks phenomenal. Did you see that shift in the lighting against the surface? I don't know if that was a midnight thing or what. Got some XP back here I need to grab up. I don't even know why. It's not like I'm going to be playing this past the video, but let's get rid of you because nobody likes you guys in the game. Look at them. They got the wiggle butt and their little rib cages wiggling all over the place. It is morning time in the village, and I am going to quick. Oh, I just love these reflections. I can't get them. Even the farmland has really good water. It looks saturated. That is really well done. And let's just kind of scroll through what these textures look like. I think it's going to be best if we do it this way. I mean, there's just so many blocks in the game now, as you can see. Feel free to pause the video at any point. I'm not going to do a block showcase on this, but yeah, you can see that everything has been touched up. Here's the armors, the tools, the weapons. But, oh yeah, look at the reflections on that. Doesn't appear that the sword textures are any different than the copper, which is fine with me. But yeah, that's a decent look at the creative menu. I mean, it's not the slowest look at it. It's kind of going a little fast in here, and I know that it's going to be jittery and bouncing around, and once again I apologize for that. But you can see that they've been hard at work retexturing everything, and including what appears to be, yeah, they've even retextured the new shelves. Very cool. Oh, here's the enchanted books. Almost skipped over those. And we've gone down too far. We're into the essential stuff. But yeah, you can definitely see that they've been really hard at work on this. So congratulations to that team. You've done a remarkable job with all of these textures. But I do want to switch over to the 16 times real fast. What's going on there, buddy? You glad to look like your old self? You're not all crinkly and wrinkly anymore? I think he's happy at the way he's back to normal. But you know what? I really do like that they're keeping that ripple effect on the water. I'm not in a good spot to show where the sun is. Maybe if we go this way, we can kind of get it to, where is it currently? There it is. No, it's just in a bad spot. I mean, we're in creative. We can fly. Yeah, I really do like the way the ripple effect looks. And yeah, that looks so good. It enhances the vibrant visual water and makes it look way better. I mean, I don't hate the vibrant visual water, but this looks so much better. The reflections on the sand, the down on the gravel. It looks so good. But what I also need to do is I need to fly around and I need to find a jungle or a mesa, because I know Nick said that that is his favorite biome and the way it looks in here, and I need to see this for myself. Not gonna lie, as I continue to look for a mesa and jungle, I just had to stop for a moment because look at the way that fog and mist is just surrounding this mountain in the distance. I just thought it was absolutely breathtaking. So finally, after searching thousands and thousands of blocks for a jungle and a mesa, I have stumbled onto one, and I can see why. I also moved, you can see, I moved the 32 times pack back on because I totally see why he likes this biome as well as he does. I think I have to say I really like it. Lots of fog, lots of mist. I love the reflections on the leaves right here. I think I would tone down the light color on the grass just a little bit. I think it might just be too much of a difference between the dark to the light. That's just me, but you know, just a quick suggestion during the video. But yeah, you can really see how great these jungles look, especially the bamboo over there. Azalea tree looks good. Those leaves look fantastic, actually. I don't think a bamboo jungle's ever looked this good. I mean, maybe it has in Java packs, but this is really good. I like this a lot. I've stumbled onto a jungle structure from from the more simple structures. This is a pretty cool little structure. There's traps and a maze inside of there, and that's a really cool little structure to stumble upon. And here we are. We've found ourselves a mesa wooded badlands, and it may not be the greatest mesa, but it is nearby. So I do enjoy the mesa wooded badlands. I think it's a really, really neat biome. No doubt this is one of the better looking mesa textures I've seen, with the how the colors blend together so well. And I totally understand why Nick enjoys the mesa biomes and the jungle biomes as much as he does. And we even have take a look at this. We even have ourselves a mine shaft. So I think that's going to do it for my little sneak peek of Vibrant Realism. You are more than welcome to download it. Once again, I will put the link in my description below, so there is no waiting. If you want to take a look at this pack and give your feedback on what you think should be put in and should be taken out, they are happily awaiting your feedback. But I just wanted to get something out there so everybody could see that this was coming. And again, it's going to be 990 mine coins when it releases on the marketplace. Not sure when the ETA is on that. I'm sure it's going to go through a lot of changes until then, but I do enjoy what I'm seeing so far, and I highly recommend that you download the pack and take a look at it for yourself and see what you think about it. So with that said, I want to thank everybody for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one.